Ladies and gentlemen, Caravan fans, it's been quite some time. You know, last time we were up here, played DePaul College Prep. As always, it's senior broadcasters Matt Malloy and Marty Mann. Marty, you know, lost to DePaul by 3. That was our last home game. Since then, been a bit of a rocky road, I'd say, right? Beat Marmion by 11 and then lost to Loyola by 10. 2 pretty big games. Overall, though, at this point in the season where we are, all things considered, tonight is a pretty big game.
Oh, yeah, you got St. Laurence, another Catholic League opponent here. St. Laurence, can't forget to mention, 5-0 in conference play. Mount Carmel only 2-3, which, you know, we played some good teams, but you definitely want to boost that conference record. Tonight's a good opportunity to do that.
Absolutely. Being undefeated in the CCL is a feat that everybody's got to respect, especially when it's this late in January.
Yeah,
you know, you're constantly, you know, going away. Everybody's beating each other up. You know, we saw Brother Rice beat up on DePaul. We see Marist come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I know they're not in the CCL, but still, you know, coming out of nowhere, right, and having 2 pretty big wins. Marty, things like this are going to carry on over into February where our regular season will end. So right now, games like this are pretty important. The Caravan obviously have a pretty, you know, big shot, a pretty secure spot at winning their regional, but games like this are really the true test of what things are going to look like past that regional final. We've seen in the past couple of years, we play Bogan, and then after that, it's kind of random. You know, are we playing a public team? Are we playing, you know, a team in our conference, a private school? Things kind of get weird from there. So a team like St. Lawrence, they can really test us.
And I think looking, kind of looking down into the playoffs, we have a new face that might be able to help us out, folks. We're looking at, I mean, I don't even know his number, to be honest. He hasn't taken the warm-up jersey off. Looking at Claude Mpumba, 6'7", football player, I'm going to say, too. 308 pounds, got lots of college offers, as you know, all the schools have been coming in after the football season. This guy's going to be playing right tackle next year, but look at now, he's going to be a great addition to the basketball team. Added some size to our lineup. He's probably not going to start tonight, Matt, but I think Coach Seagram's is going to get him in, and we'll get a little cheer from our little student section we got going here tonight.
Absolutely. And, you know, now that we've mentioned Claude, you know, let's take a look at Keith Jenkins, too, right? He's been having a solid season, but there's been times where Claude can get quite tired, you know, or excuse me, Keith can get kind of tired, right? He'll get into foul trouble, and pretty much our next guy is Logan Wessel, number 30, who just doesn't have that same stature, that same size. So on your screen right now, obviously, you can probably already tell, 6'7", a little over 300 pounds, Claude Mpumba is going to be a huge help to this Caravan offense, defense, team overall. You know,
and with the matchup tonight, St. Lawrence, you'll see they're going to stick to the man-to-man defense, and at times, once the Caravan offense starts to kind of slow it down, play our game, Lawrence, they might kind of fall asleep a little bit. And with guys like Grant Best and Noah who can quick shoot the drive right towards the hoop, but also now you can get Claude in. You can kind of just at the underneath the hoop and you know, maybe some easy layups. We'll see. Hey, we don't know. Right. We haven't seen any action of them.
We really haven't. You know, transferred in from Phillips, had a great football career, great basketball career. So hopefully he can just take those talents and help them out with the Caravan, though. You know, spotlight another guy, Noah Mister. Hasn't had the strongest season so far. I'd say last year he was a little bit on more of a hot streak. Last game, he was 1 for 7 from 3 against Loyola, and he was 2 for 11 from the field. Marty, obviously something that Noah is going to be looking to improve is those shooting percentages, but overall just offensive production. We've seen throughout this season Noah has struggled kind of to just make shots overall, you know, whether it be kind of taking a new role with some seniors that left it last year, but he's been driving to the hoop a whole lot more. But also, Marty, you mentioned, you know, he's a great passer. Has a lot of assists. I think, you know, now that Claude's coming in, it's a breath of fresh air. We can put Loyola in the rearview mirror. Now we've got Laurence, Leo, Brother Rice. We've got other conference matchups ahead of us that we can focus on. Coming up in about 30 seconds, we've got this game between the Caravan and the Vikings.
the St. Lawrence Vikings and your Mount Carmel Caravan. Now, at this time, if you're able to, please rise, and gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we honor America, first with our pregame prayer, followed by our national anthem.
Let us remember that we're in the holy presence of God, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on this game we are about to play. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us to be aware of his presence throughout this game. Amen. Our Lady of Mount Carmel.
And now for our national anthem. Thank you. Now, let's meet the starting lineups for the visiting St. Lawrence Vikings. First, the 6'1" senior guard, number 0, Bradley Stratton. Next, the 6'3" senior guard, number 4, Zarek Johnson. Next, the 5'11" senior point guard, number 5, E.J. Mosley. Next, the 6'1" sophomore small forward, number 23, Marquise Peoples. And finally, the 6'4" senior guard and forward, number 25, Jacob Rice. The assistant coaches are Billy Judge, Declan Maloney, and Rashay Russell, and the head coach of the Vikings, Rashawn Russell. Get on your feet for the starting lineups for your Mount Carmel Caravan. First, the 6'2" junior point guard, number 2, Noah Mister. Next, the 6'3" senior shooting guard, number 3, Grant Best. Next, the 6'3" senior shooting guard, number 5, Cameron Thomas. Next, the 5'10" senior shooting guard, number 11, Kyle Chevalier. And finally, the 6'6" senior small forward, number 44, Keith Jenkins. The manager is Matt Malloy. The assistant coach is Luke Narica. And the head coach of your Caravan, athletic director, Bill Seagroves.
All right, Marty, if that doesn't get you excited for some Tuesday night basketball, I don't know what will. We've got a student section from both teams tonight. Like I said, it's a Tuesday, so that usually doesn't happen here at Mount Carmel High School. But you know what I will say is, they're already exchanging some words, right? So I know this is going to be a tough physical game. Marty, something else we failed to mention in the pregame show is that these teams have some interesting losses. Mount Carmel, obviously, that 13-point loss to Fenwick, and then 10 points this last weekend to Loyola. For St. Lawrence, though, they lost by 22 points to Quincy. That was their first loss of the season, and then 19 points to Bennett. So both teams have their fair share of, kind of being blown out, right? They have their fair share of some big losses, and everybody tonight is just looking to get a big win, right? The Vikings, the Caravan, they're looking to get a big conference win. Noah Mister pulls up for 3 on the first offensive possession of the game. That one not going to go. Number 4 is Zarek Johnson for St. Lawrence, going to take it back down the other way. Point guard, number 5, E.J. Mosley, going to get things going. Peoples, down low, layup. Laurence strikes. First blood, 2-0.
Not a great shot there, but St. Lawrence has got some good ball movement going, getting the ball working in the paint, and a good move there.
Caravan have got to respond. Thomas for 3, shot no good. Miscalculated that one. Johnson again with the defensive rebound. Going down back the other way. Spin move, down low, layup is no good, but that'll be a foul called against the Caravan.
Matt, you got to notice two different styles of offense already. I mean, we don't normally do this, but we already got Noah shooting a deep 3, Cam shooting a deep 3, St. Lawrence relying on driving in the hoop, and it almost seems like that paint's a lot more wide open.
St. Lawrence takes an even bigger lead there, 3-0. Marty, I completely agree with you there. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an interesting one. Everybody was kind of asking me today, hey, is this going to be a big game? What's St. Lawrence's record? And they were kind of shocked when I told them, they're 17-5.
Yeah.
We're 18-4. This is going to be a very close one. The Caravan have got to get on the board, though, right now. It's going to be a foul against number 23, Marquise Peoples. Had that layup earlier on to start off. One foul for each team. Only a minute in, but things are already pretty chippy. Mister going to start off.
Man, let's just see if the offense can just get some ball movement going. See if a lane opens up. Driving to the hoop.
Thomas for 2, sinks it. That mid-range, never going to fail. 6:40, here we go. Talk about ball movement. St. Lawrence so far done a pretty good job at that. Only a handful of possessions. This one, though, gonna be paused here with a foul.
I mean, it's good help defense, Matt, but I mean, that's a good opportunity to just, Keith, he's a pretty tall guy. Just stick your hand up there and get all ball there. But if you're gonna hit some of the opponent's arm, it's gonna be a clear shooting foul. But
definitely,
there's a missed free throw there.
Marty, we talked about it in the pregame, but Coach Seagroves has something pretty special right now in his back pocket, right? Not every coach can say this for every game. You've got a guy sitting on your bench that has been waiting to get out there on the court for months. I mean, Claude has been waiting a lot, but we'll have to see when Coach Seagroves throws him in there. Grant Best for 2, not going to go. Come down hard with it. That one coming back down.
Here we go.
Here we go. Claude Mpuma, number 50, the big man down low, going to be checking in. This is a moment that a lot of Caravan fans have been waiting for. It almost doesn't look real, Marty. He traveled with the team down to Pekin. He's traveled with the team to almost every away game this season. He sat on the bench plenty of times at home, but now Claude is finally in here for his first game of the season. And already just applying pressure down low. Gets the rebound too. Gonna dish it back out to Cam Thomas. Thomas now. Claude sets the pick. Mid-ranger, 2 shot is short. Grant Best with the offensive rebound. Best now makes a move. Gonna need some help though. Maybe from Chevalier. Thomas pulls up. Shot.
Bam.
Good. He sinks it. That's a 2-pointer. Tie game at 4 apiece.
Man, that's what we talked about. That's where St. Lawrence starts to slow down on defense. Once the offense can get a little reset, get some good ball movement going, shot opportunities light up.
There's Claude with another rebound. Noah Mister going to take advantage of this fast break. They'll call travel on that one.
Yeah, man, that's kind of what we saw against Loyola Friday night. A lot of driving to the hoop from Noah, and it just does not end well.
I mean, that's what he has resorted to here. He's been trying to use a little more of that physicality that he grew over the offseason, right? He's not a sophomore anymore. He's got a lot of experience, with him, so just trying to use that, Marty. Noah's still growing as a player. Had a rough showing last Friday. Let's see if he can make something happen here with the three. Yes, sinks it. 7-4, Caravan lead.
Kind of opposite approach, or the same approach, opposite result from his first couple plays on offense.
Definitely. Mosley on the left wing for the Vikings.
Good switch there.
He'll put up a shot. It's short, rebound by Chevalier. Now Mister coming back down, wasting no time. Just gonna get set here though. Maybe they'll take things a bit slower. Best on the opposite side. Rebound, layup no good. Oh, this one back down, Mosley for two. That one no good.
Get a board,
either.
get a board, there we go.
Thomas, big pass to Grant Best. One-on-one situation, he's got a man behind him. Opts to get the layup himself. 9-4, 5-point lead.
Great job there by Grant. Going up strong like he always does.
Mosley at the logo. Oh, that one tipped away by Thomas. Almost had the steal. Mosley's got a couple options. Opts to hit Stratton though. Stratton gonna go over to Jacob Rice. That one stopped though at the whistle.
Yeah, good foul call there. Claude, he's a big guy. He's just gotta have his hands up. It's, I talk about it sometimes. Fundamental basketball.
Yeah.
But hey, he's learning. Let's be for real. He hasn't played organized basketball game in probably a long time.
Yeah. I mean, the last time he played one, he was wearing a different jersey too. So a lot of things are different tonight. Chevalier with a great play. Awesome hustle from number 11. Grant Best gonna pull up for three. Shot no good.
Board.
That one, Kyle again with the hustle play.
Oh, he's gonna call a foul. Okay.
That's all right though. Still gotta appreciate the Still gotta appreciate the work there from number 11, Kyle Chevalier. We'll get another sub going. Grant Best going to take a seat. Logan Wessel, number 30, takes his place.
See Coach Seagro's on the bench, kind of talking to Grant a little bit, talking a little loud. Don't really know why, but.
Just keeping his captain in check. This is important, Marty, right? You're coming off. Yeah, Grant will just go back in, right? Taking a knee to get subbed in. Here we go. Thomas on a fast break.
Nice.
Step gets the layup. 11-4.
That's not an easy play there, man. I know Cam gets the steal. He's immediately thinking, let me dunk the ball, but that's a strong way to go up.
A timeout called by St. Laurence. When we come back, they'll have the ball down here on their own side. Marty, we'll might as well take it back up here to the track. Pretty good start. I think something we were kind of expecting. We were expecting a very energetic game. This is not your average Tuesday night basketball game where it's kind of dead. There's not many people in the stands. No, we've already had the crowd went crazy for Claude. St. Lawrence's student section was going crazy for their own guys when they started off there with that 3-0 run. Something I'm already seeing though is Noah Mister. He's a very key piece to this game. Already made that three. What's next for him though?
I think just keep shooting. I mean, as much as his his field goal percentages might not be good over the season, he's still got that three-pointer in him. He's still got that driver to the hoop layup. It's just get some ball movement. We'll take it back to the court. Yeah. Maybe with Claude now as a focus for St. Lawrence's defense, maybe it just opens up. I mean, sometimes it just happens naturally.
We'll see what happens here. Claude kind of reaching out there at the arc. There we go, a three thrown up there. Ooh. That's good. Reggie Stevens, the sixth man for the Vikings. Back to a 4-point game. Chevalier at the top of the key. Hand off to Grant Best. Back to Chevalier in the corner. Down low to Puma.
There we go.
First score. Number 50 with 2. 13-7. We come back with a 6-point lead. Now E.J. Mosley. I mean, Marty, I wonder if these guys knew. Right, you watch film and you're probably seeing a whole lot of Keith Jenkins down low as our big man. You probably weren't expecting Claude to check into the game right now. So That's another thing, though, mind games, as well as it is physical. Claude is a 300-pound, 6'7" basketball player. You got to take that into account. You also got to take into account that it's been quite a while since he's played, like you said earlier. So that one sunk by E.J. Mosley, though. Some great ball movement there. The point guard will pick up 3 points, and we're back to a very close game.
Yeah, man, to our knowledge, I mean, I think Claude found out he was playing today, too.
Yeah.
We got word from, I thought he was going to shoot it there. We got word from Rocco Lopez, our JV play-by-play announcer, that he said Claude went up to him and said, "Rocco, I'm playing today. I'm playing." So he's very excited.
Got very excited. I mean, yeah, I would be too, you know, because this isn't just, you know, any old game too, right? This is an important one. Your team is coming off of a pretty bad loss, and now you're trying to get back in here and get a conference win. It's pretty important. Thomas, step back, key. 3 from the top of the key, sinks it. We're back to a 6-point game.
Kind of matching E.J. Mosley's 3-pointers with one of them himself for Cam.
You see Logan Wessel is going to check in here. Pull up, Mosley, got it. 16-13. Pull, let it back and forth. Caravan do have the upper hand, though. Pick set by Best. Mister going to roll off of it. Chevalier open in the corner. Going to pull up for 3. Why not? 3 for number 11. We're back to a 6-point game. I'm noticing a pattern here, Mart.
Yeah, a lot of threes.
Yeah, everybody's adding to it. Great shot by Kyle.
Kyle doesn't really use that 3-point shot that much, so it's good to see him get one in.
Yeah, everybody seems a little more confident than they usually are. This looks to be a kind of a high-scoring game right now. We're in the final minute of the first quarter. Everybody's fighting for the ball. The Vikings come up with it. Stevens loses it. Foul going to be called on Noah Mister.
Yeah, it's good foul call there. Feels like our entire defense is getting a little reachy with going after the ball. You saw in that last possession, Cam, you know, another one of those steal, let me go dunk the ball. He saw that, but E.J. Mosley was good with ball handling and got a 3-pointer right off of it. So you got to be careful sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, talk about being careful already in the bonus. You know, that's 5 fouls in the first quarter. So the last thing you want is in a competitive conference game like this, you don't want anybody in foul trouble in the third, fourth quarter. You know, you want your guys aggressive, but not to the point where they're going to be sitting on the bench for the remainder of the game. They come with a full court press. St. Laurence wide open down low is Grant Best, though. Might have to rethink that one. 21-15, there's 30 seconds remaining. This could be their last shot of the quarter. A pretty important one, too. Will they bring it back to a 3-point game as they have done multiple times here? Check Kyle Chevalier with the steal on the fast break. He'll go for it. Layup no good. The putback by Thomas is 23-15. Back down to 10 seconds left. Got to be careful here. Ball movement is key right now. This will be the last shot. I'll just throw it up at the end there. It's no good. An 8-point lead by the Caravan. Supporting cast, the starters as well. Everybody's having a great night. Claude with his, seeing the court for the first time this season. Kyle Chevalier with some great hustle too. Well, when we come back for the second quarter, Caravan will be up 23-15. Folks, please take out your phone or device right now. You can scan that QR code. It will take you to Mount Carmel's official satirical news publication, The Merchant. You can read pretty funny articles like this one right here about the Jack Elliott Academic Fan Club. Personally, I've read through that a couple of times as well. Not because it makes me laugh, but just because I'm so intrigued by it. So, head on over to mchs.org/merchant. Like I said, it'll take you to our school's satirical news publication. Thank you. All right, we're back. Start of a new quarter. Turning the page. Will it be the Vikings with a bit of a comeback here, or will the Caravan stay on top. That's a great, whew, nice job there by number 12, Caleb Lindsay. Listed as both a guard and forward. Laurence has a lot of kids like that. Thomas, pull up, outside the arc, shot no good. Laurence coming back down the other way. They just made that a 6-point game with that layup there. Mosley, bit of a mid-range fadeaway, sinks it. Off to a hot start here is the St. Lawrence Vikings in the second quarter.
Playing very simple basketball. It's just beating us with physicality. It's just, you got to be smart, hands up, be physical. Let's go.
See what the Caravan can do here. Mister thinks about the three-pointer, gonna go for the layup though, shot no good. That one no good either from Thomas. Guys are just gonna have to fall back on defense here, try to stop the Vikings from scoring again. Mosley, if he would have made that one, Marty, I think their student section would have jumped out of their seats.
Yeah, man, Coach Seagroves put his hands on his head before calling that timeout, so he's a little frustrated.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, Matt. Noah and driving in the middle of the paint with all 5 guys in the paint.
Yeah, you know, it's like I said though, right? Noah's had an interesting season. It's a lot different from last year. Last year he was a sophomore on a team full of seniors that were committed to D1 and D3 schools. These guys were ready for the next level. Now Noah kind of has to be that guy that's ready for the next level. So his game is constantly improving and changing. One of those changes being he's trying to be more physical, driving down to the hoop. Like you said though, that's not the greatest shot we could have taken there. And in a game like this, it's a 4-point game against the Vikings, a conference matchup. We're going to keep saying that you got to take the smart shot. You got to take the smart shot. So we'll see what Noah can do here. Otherwise, though, pretty much everybody else has been playing all right. We'll see Claude going to take a seat here on the bench there, going to take his first break of the game. But Best going to throw up for 2 there. Foul going to be called, I believe, against Zarek Johnson there for the Vikings. This one's going to get aggressive. It's going to get chippy, right?
Yeah, Matt. Grant Best is 85% from the free throw. He's done a great job all season. He's one of those, I mean, he's almost Mr. Reliable. And I say that as in, you could trust him to lead the team.
Absolutely, yeah.
Leads the team in steals, leads the team in rebounds. Second on the team in points per game. He's just a team leader. He's a great man to have as our captain.
You know, just from kind of being around the team, the best thing about Grant's game is that Coach Seagroves might not even have to say a word. He'll just look at him, and Grant will immediately lock in and get to work. He'll be that leader that he knows he is. For some other guys, it takes some time for them to step into the role that Coach Seagroves has laid out for them. Thomas on the elbow. Top of the key, it's Grant. Corner. Wessel. Logan going to dish it back to Best. Missed it for 3. Shot no good. Little much. Here we go. Fast break. Johnson loses the ball. Foul called against Noah Mister.
It's good defense, but in that situation, you got to almost take a charge. But Noah was moving, so that's why it's going to be a block, and in this case, a shooting foul.
It's his first one of the game. So, we're talking foul trouble. You got 1 foul, and it's just the start of the second quarter. Not too worried, but I mean, geez, I look back to that Ignatius game where Keith Jenkins pretty much had to sit out for almost an entire 8 minutes of a period there around the second and third quarter just because he had 4 fouls. So, like I said, Mart, right, conference game, you might get your head too much into it. You might play too aggressive. So you don't want to play to the point where you're going to be sitting on that bench.
Yeah, Coach Seagroves just called off from the bench on that previous free throw. The free throw attempts from St. Lawrence told Noah, stop shooting the 3. Let's get some ball movement going.
Chevalier for 3. Shot's good. He knocks it down. Second of the game for number 11. The man who's only had a handful of starts this season is already making an impact in a big game.
Yeah, and I mean, he's the guy getting open, and he's not afraid to shoot. I mean, he stepped up this season with getting into the starting lineup, and now he's stepping up with the open shot. And oh my gosh, there we go, another 3-pointer from E.J. Mosley.
I mean, this kid's on fire. Marty, you and I were talking before the game. We're like, all right, who are kind of their best guys? And we immediately put our eyes on Mosley and Jacob Rice. And Mosley is just running away with it here, though. Sinking 3s left and right, both sides of the court. We'll come back down the other way. It's a 4-point game after that 3 from Mosley. Thomas back to Mister. Still looking for the smart shot. Grant Best to Chevalier. Kyle's just going to dribble this one back to the logo. We'll reset here. Noah loses the ball. And then fouls him on the way back. Bradley Stratton there.
Turnover and a foul in the matter of 0.5 seconds, Matt. That's rough.
Yeah.
I'm thinking just now, like, Coach Seeger, I mean, he told Noah, stop shooting the three. Let's get some involvement. Now, you got to wonder, I mean, he's not a senior. He's a junior. You got to wonder, is that going to prevent him from shooting the three? Is he still got the confidence to take an open shot? And, I mean, talking about confidence and shooting the threes, it's kind of been a little shaky all year, but.
Mosley kind of open there for the three. Doesn't make it, though. Yeah, Marty, I don't know. Like I said, Noah's game is just constantly changing, right? I think sometime, though, it'll fall into a place where he's a very consistent player. Right now, though, little bit back and forth, I'd say. That's a great shot there. Make it 30-24. St. Laurence with the ball. They're sticking to their core guys here. Nothing new for them. Just these kind of 6 or 7 guys that they play with. Rice here on the left wing. Here we go. Layup, 2 points.
You got to be physical, man. I don't know. What are we doing?
Back to a 4-point game from that layup from Jacob Rice. Thomas, top of the key. Gonna throw that one up. It gets tipped away. We'll stay here, though. Out of bounds on the black and yellow.
I mean, Matt, I got on my notes here. The key to the game is out-hustle St. Lawrence, and I think we're clearly being out-hustled right now.
Yeah. Especially on defense, right? I mean, there's a reason why Mosley has made so many threes right now. We got to lock that down, got to lock that down. And it's tough, It's easy to write on paper, hey, lock down Rycan Wu. Hey, lock down EJ Mosley. But actually doing it, you got to be very strategic. That's an awesome shot there by Cam Thomas. 33-26 now. Back to extending this lead, but you got to wonder, will there be a point where we start to run off with it? That's a pull-up three from Mosley, top of the key. We're not pulling away anytime soon, Marty. We are not pulling away anytime soon. Back to a 4-point game once again. Mister for 3. Shot, no good. And the putback by Thomas is blocked away. Whew. Caleb Lindsay there, number 12 for St. Lawrence, getting to work. That was almost all ball. I mean, yeah.
After, I hate to say it, another Noah missed three-pointer. He's going to keep shooting them, and, I mean, he can make them. It's just, I don't know sometimes. But, hey, we got our guy that leads the team in scoring here, Cam Thomas, averaging 19 points a game. So he's always that guy we can rely on. And look at Loyola's the loss to Loyola on Friday. Mm-hmm. He had 23 points. He was on fire.
Yeah.
It's just the team effort wasn't all there.
Yeah. I mean, Loyola was able to hold Grant Best to 11 points, which in a team effort, that's going to hurt you. And Noah only having 7, that definitely hurt us as well. But Cam still had an all-around great game. And he's on track to have another one right here. Best, top of the key. Going to come off that pick there set by Kyle. Bit of a stalemate, though. Got to get something moving. Grant, back to Thomas. Here we go, Mister on the right side for 3. Shot's no good. He comes up short with it. That one, though, taken back by Kyle, but then just going to end up in the hands of the Vikings again. Johnson down low. Drives into Mister and gets the easy 2 points. 3-point game. 34-31.
I got to point it out, Matt. Claude is not moving much from the block. And it's almost like he's kind of just a roadblock. Because, look, Grant's just going to drive, even though he's right there.
That'll be a charge taken by Zarek Johnson. Yeah, Marty, Claude is a very different player from Keith. You might look at them and say, all right, these are our 2 big guys, but they're pretty different play styles. I know we've only seen Claude through practice, and this right here, this is the biggest evidence we have of what type of player Claude is. But, yeah, Marty, you're right, though. It does kind of harm our game if if Grant's trying to drive to the hoop and Claude and his defender are in the alley, right? They're in the gap. It's hard. It's hard to make a play there. That three. Folks, it's a tie ball game. 34 apiece. The last time it was tied up is when this thing was at 4-4. 30 points later for both teams. We're almost at halftime, and the Caravan are trying to take back their lead here on another offensive possession. Mister to Best. Best to Chevalier. Down low. Puma, he's got to get to work. He does. 2 points. No, the putback by Best is good, though. 36-34.
Now, I don't know if we keep track of that stat, but if there was a guy to lead the team in putbacks, it's definitely Grant Best right there.
Yeah. Mostly for
Oh, my goodness.
And now the St. Lawrence Vikings had the lead for the first time since, I don't know, half an hour ago when this game started. Yeah. Mister down low tries to give it to Puma, but nobody's there. Turnover. St. Lawrence with the ball.
We're just looking sloppy, man. This is kind of getting ugly.
I don't know, you know. This is when you start looking down the line saying, all right, who's going to take their warm-up off, you know? Who's going to come in here and get some shots going, right? Kyle, he's not a bench player, but, hey, he's having a great game so far. Well-rounded. We need a couple more of those guys to come in. Caravan are down by 4 after that three-pointer from Jacob Rice. And this is starting to feel less like a home game, Mark. I don't know. Thomas for 2. Fouled on that one.
Yeah, the momentum and energy is definitely on the other side of the court here.
Just keeps building and building. It doesn't help that St. Lawrence brought their own student section, right?
No,
I love from like a high school basketball fanatic standpoint, I love it. But from a, hey, we're down by 4 points and it's almost halftime, I don't love it.
No,
So, you know, it's adding fuel to the fire that we are definitely trying to put out.
Matt, it's just, got to stay, if we're going to run the man-to-man defense, that means every man's got to be covered, especially against a team like St. Lawrence who's going to shoot a lot of threes. I mean, I got another, Matt, you can see, I got another note written here, key to the game is tight defense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're.
Well, you know, I get it. We run specific sets, and there's 30 seconds left in the game here, so we are going to play a little differently, but having Claude just kind of reaching out here. I mean, he's almost at the logo. They might be able to take advantage of this here. We don't want them to, but just pointing it out, there's definitely a couple gaps here we got to get used to.
Hands up,
keep your hands up. Keep your hands up, Rice. Fouled there. Believe that'll be on Cam. Kind of bit of a dog. Yeah, that's on Cam. His first of the game, though. So. You reach a point, Marty. You reach a point. Like I said, Coach Seagrove's looking down the line. All right, who's taking their warm-up off? That's what I'm excited for. I'm excited for kind of a fresh breath of air right here. Who's going to come in and change the momentum of this game? Because it's a 3-point, potentially a 4-point game right now that we're going to be heading back into the locker room if they sink this free throw right here from Jacob Rice. And you gotta find something. You know, you gotta find something to claw at. Something to grab a hold of. Final seconds of the game. Last shot by Thomas. Ooh. No good. Hold a putback by Puma. Good. Are they going to count it? Yes, they will. 42-40 after a pretty interesting play. We'll take you back up here. Marty, there's few times where we have been in this position. We're at home. It's a Tuesday night. A lot of fans, more than we're used to, and we're down heading into halftime. I'll share my piece first. Okay. You know, we keep talking about him. Noah Mister this, Noah Mister that. You know, there's a couple different ways you can approach this right now to kind of maybe fix the issues we're having on offense. And one of them is pulling Noah out for somebody. Another thing, though, is maybe the 5 guys we have out there aren't working. This is a very unique situation. We have Claude coming in for the first game he's playing in this year. We don't know how well he gels with these guys. You can only tell so much from practice, right? You can only tell so much from the few months he's been here. So maybe stick to what we're used to. You know, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Seagroves does coming back from halftime. But I hope, and I'm pretty sure that whatever we come up with, will change this deficit we're in right now. Yeah.
Fans, don't be surprised. I really think Coach Mike, I mean, it's a normal thing for teams to come back out with the starting lineup for the second half. It's kind of a different scenario here because, you know, Claude he's pretty good at basketball. He just hasn't.
Yeah.
I think we just go back to what works. I
Yeah.
mean, we got Keith. He's the guy that he's tall. He's going to be able to, you know, shuffle his feet over and guard that three-point shot. But, I mean, on offense, we just got to be a little more hustle, show a little more hustle, more ball movement. I think just get the ball to Cam. He's our best scorer. He's our best shooter in terms of percentages. Let's just get it to him. Let's just get some good shots, good ball movement. I think a little more motion with Claude, you know, there on the block. It kind of just like you don't know what to do. Like I can remember from grade school basketball. Kind of you know you always got that guy that can't really do anything. And I say you can't do anything is because these guys haven't played a game with Claude yet this year.
Yes.
You don't really know how it works, and that takes time. But to sum up what I said, let's go back to the first quarter, see what happens.
Yeah.
And let's just hustle.
Right. Yeah. Let's just hustle. Offensive-wise, everything. You know, Marty, you just got to completely agree with. Let's stick to what we know. Let's keep hustling. Maybe change up a couple things on defense, though. I don't care what we have to do. I don't care who we put in the game. Charlie Wingate, Drew Williams, right? Take your warm-up off. If you can guard E.J. Mosley, hey, welcome to the court, all right? We need somebody to lock this guy down, as well as Jacob Rice, who started off the game a bit slower than E.J. did, but he really picked it up in the second quarter. So we've got to lock down those two guys from the Vikings, and if we can do that, hold them from scoring, and then on the other end, at the same time, get the ball in the hoop a little bit more, we'll be looking fine.
Hey,
yeah.
It's a 42-40 game.
Yes.
It feels like it's a lot worse, but it's basically a new game.
Yeah.
So
it's always going to feel that way when you're down at halftime, even if it's 2 points. Like, you know, you just kind of feel like everything's going against you right now. But we just got to take into account, all right, this is a very tight game. It's a very close game. When we come back for the third quarter, the St. Lawrence Vikings will have the lead, 42-40. Caravan trying to make a little bit of a comeback here halfway through the game. Thanks, James. All right, back from the half. Chevalier going to start off for the Caravan. Best on the elbow, going to keep moving in. And we are back to the starting 5 we originally had, Marty.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. Oh, I don't know. Got no shot clock.
St. Laurence moves back down. Missed opportunity there. Marty, you reach a point. You look down the line, you're like, who's taking their warm-up off, you know, right? One of these guys on the bench has got to be able to come in here and, you know, I don't care if it's for the rest of the game or just a couple minutes. Like, you know, breath of fresh air. Let's change it up, you know. There's a reason why St. Laurence came back from, you know, they were down by 8 points, right? They were down by a lot here. Now they're up by 3. There's a reason for that. And just get some rotations going. I don't know. But we've got what we've got, and what we've got is the 5 guys we had originally to start the game. Most of them have had, you know, very, very great games. Others struggling a bit here to get going at the start of the 3rd quarter.
I think let's just see, because you know Coach Seagroves, he's a good coach. I'm sure he put a good game plan in.
Yeah.
At halftime, I'm sure it's going to unfold.
Thomas comes up short for 2. Chevalier with the rebound and the putback. Nice layup by number 11.
Hey, that's what I said. Let's get our, I hate to be the guy, but let's get our starting lineup back in and let Cam shoot.
Yeah.
And when you got guys like Kyle Chevalier that can back him up with a putback. Oh, no.
The first one is a no-go. The second is a yes. 4-point game. Coming back down. Mister going to drive to the hoop. Tries to pass it down to Keith. Just some miscommunication there by the guard and his big man. So we will head back down to the other end.
Yeah, man, that's another turnover from Noah Mister. He leads the team in turnovers right now by more than half the second place guy. He got 51, with the next guy having 29. But I mean, that's what comes with being a guard sometimes, but there's a point where you got to limit it.
That shot good for St. Laurence, 48-42. Yeah, okay. Mister on the right wing, trying to make something happen. Layup, no good. A little too much juice on that. Everybody's fighting for the ball. St. Laurence keeps it in. Fast break, Rice down low, reverse layup. The Vikings are up by 8 points.
Yeah, Matt, this is just coming with ease for them. It should not be that easy.
When we come back, the Vikings have a lead 50-42. Hopefully the Caravan can make some changes here in this timeout. Still, though, we've got roughly 6 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. All right, folks, fight night coming up this Saturday, April 26th. Bound to be a good one. Our producer for the sophomore game, Wyatt Knight, in this picture, he will be fighting again, he told me. Going to be a great night, Marty. You and I will be broadcasting it. It'll be our last hurrah for Caravan Media Group. We'll take you back down to the court here, though. We're still in the thick of it here, you know, basketball season and media broadcast. We're stuck right in the middle here, so got to pull out of here with the win, you know what I mean?
We got a little play going here from Coach Seagrove. See if
that one no good. In and out for Grant Best. Hit the back of the ring.
it's a great play design. I mean, it's playing to our strengths. Grant and Cam, those are 2 guys that most of the time, you know, they're going to make that mid-range shot, but it just didn't fall there.
Rice at the top of the key, drives down low, guarded by Jenkins. Keith doing a solid job there. This one, last guy that touched it was Keith, so we'll stay here. St. Laurence with the ball.
Gotta get a rebound. Sometimes people forget how important rebounds are because most games they just happen naturally. But in a Catholic League opponent, game like this, you're gonna face more physical teams and teams with a lot more hustle that are gonna find value in picking up, some extra rebounds.
You're right, Mart. Yeah, you know, it's hard to look past the fact that this is a conference matchup. This is a conference game, and one team on this court is undefeated in the CCL. The other 2 and 3. That 3 comes up short there. Wide open in the corner, no good.
Oh, look at that, Matt. Just talking about rebounds.
Yeah.
There's 2 rebounds on an easy 3 you miss. Doesn't matter. You get a rebound. Now you got 2 shots for free.
That's Cam's 3rd personal, so we'll see if Coach throws somebody in for him. No, it doesn't look like it right now, so if he gets his 4th, though, I would imagine that we'd be pulling him out shortly after that. Layup is good for Peoples, which means the Vikings extend their lead to 9 points instead of 8.
Matt, I don't know what it is. I don't know if we're a little tired or just kind of losing motivation. The hustle on the defense is not as good as it has been in previous games.
I don't know, Mark. You need a match. You know, you need a spark or something. I don't know. Thomas for 2, shot no good. I'm not sure what that was. St. Laurence coming back down the other way. Just wide open lane for Peoples. Doesn't get the, gets his own rebound. Goes back up for 2.
Rebounds. It's getting hard to watch, man. I know.
It's a 12-point game right now. Mister on the left wing. Drives inside. It's another turnover. Vikings on another fast break. Pass kept in bounds. Stratton with it. There we go. Claude, folks, you can't see it on your screen, but Claude is about to check in. Could it be the answer? I'm not sure, but we could definitely use one right now.
Oh. He's good, Matt. He's good. That's a deep 3 there.
He's the kind of guy where the other coach yells out shooter when he's got the ball. You know, Cam Thomas, too, though. That's a great 3. 57-45. Trying to keep our hopes alive here, you know what I mean? Mosley.
Oh, my gosh.
He made it anyway,
oh my
though. That's that's the crazy thing.
Yeah, Matt, you're talking about who's going to come off the bench next. Maybe we see Claude, but we need someone. Someone's got to guard EJ
I don't
Mosley.
know. You know, Marty, I'll put my 2 cents in, right? I look at these guys on the bench, and I'm thinking, what do we need right now, okay? We were just up 8, and all of a sudden now we're down by 12. You need a guy that's going to get in there and get on the ground, and that's Eddie Ryan.
Yeah.
I don't care, you know. I don't know. I know we need some points, but throw Eddie in for a minute or 2. Just let him get aggressive, right? I understand we're at 2 fouls here as well, but I don't know, Marty. We need some power. We need that spark. Ball's going back down the other way. The Vikings have it. And if not Eddie, throw in another guy that will just get in there and you know, hustle. Just hustle for the 2 or 3 minutes they have. Still, though, we got to trust Coach Seagroves here. He has gotten himself out of deeper holes than this one. You know, I can remember back to some games in the past couple of years where, sure, he's been down by way more than 12 and has been able to come back and win it.
Hey, that DePaul prep game, excuse me, that last our last home broadcast, we were down by a lot. The only thing was we had a little bit of momentum.
Right.
This team just seems dead. It's a good bucket there from Grant. I think that's, if we're gonna make a comeback, that's what it starts, is getting points in the paint and just being aggressive.
Got to be aggressive, Mark. Got to be aggressive. Grant Best leading by example there. Timeout taken by St. Laurence. We'll bring you up here. It's a 10-point game right now, so Marty, right? You know, I really don't know where to start here, but like I said, you got to find a solution, and your solution lies on the bench. I really think that. I think that there's somebody, right? There's 1 or 2 guys that you can, you know, hey, take your warm-up off, go take a knee over there. You're getting in the game, and you're changing the outcome of it right here.
Yeah.
Coach Seagroves, though, being a little more conservative here, which is okay, because we've seen these 5 guys. I know Claude is kind of new. We've seen these 5 or 6 guys with Keith. We've seen them come back from further deficits than this, excuse me. Marty, you brought up the DePaul game. I know we didn't win that game, but it was only a 3-point loss to a pretty good team. Hopefully, you know, I don't want to talk in absolutes here or anything, but even if we don't win this one, got to keep it close. We got to get it to a point right here where it's back to being a competitive, close game. Yeah.
And I mean, all it starts is with a little momentum, just getting it back on our side. See maybe a little different approach on offense with Claude, because let's just be for real. Let's be honest, it did not work in the first half.
Claude, Claude's using a lot of his energy too. He's running around outside of the arc much more than Keith does. That one out the way. Great job by Puma. Vikings will hold on to the ball, but still, great job by number 50 down low.
That's the hustle we need on defense. A good block there by Puma.
Now Johnson's got it in the left wing. Rice, and on over to Mosley. Stratton for 3. Shot no good, comes up short. Rebound by Chevalier. MC has it. Trying to take it down to less than a 10-point game here. Mister on the left wing. It's not about the most flashy shot here. It's about the smart one. Just got to find it.
See, the paint's starting to open up once Claude comes out of the paint.
I think it shows improvement. Chevalier for 3. Shot just a little bit off target.
There we go.
Caravan will hold on to it, though. Great job by Puma. This one knocked away, kept in bounds by St. Laurence. That's number 4, Zarek Johnson. Vikings are back with it.
Another hustle mistake. I mean, Cam, we got to make crisp passes, and even if it's a little high, it's just going to result in a turnover here.
And Marty, got to limit turnovers at this point.
I'm getting flashbacks to Paul Preps. I like to call it their 4-minute offense, chew clock mode.
It's the mode I like the least. We need to be in transition here, because in transition we can get the ball more. Having the ball more means we can get more shots up. And hey, when you're down 10 and it's almost the 4th quarter, you need to just throw up anything you can get.
And this is the basketball type of game that results from no shot clock. I know.
Travel
there we go.
MC's gonna like that one.
Matt, you and I, we don't know a whole lot, because we don't have a shot clock in here yet, but it's what, next year it's mandatory, I believe, right?
I believe. I'd have to look into that. For some reason I thought it was 2 years from now, but
yeah,
I'll have to look back at that ruling. Yeah. But yeah, pretty soon it's mandatory for Illinois high school basketball. Every game's got to be played with a shot clock. So we kind of got used to it a little bit with shootouts and tournaments and down at Pekin and things like that. So I don't know, Mart. It's an interesting thing to add to the game. But I do know that a lot of other states already use it. What's going on? On number 12 for St. Lawrence. That's the senior, Caleb Lindsay. All right, we'll be done with the black thing. 2 fouls apiece. That really won't matter, though. Nobody's going to be in the bonus here. There's only 22 seconds left in the quarter.
Nothing fancy. Let's just get a reset.
Mister will throw it out to Thomas. Hands it back to Noah. Now they'll chew this down and try to get a last-second shot.
It could literally just be free throws. Let's not get reckless, though.
Right. Goes up.
All right.
That's a charge.
No.
I don't know, Marty. I don't know. That's Noah's 3rd personal foul.
I think teams are starting to catch on to Noah's changing approach on offense, because it's that time of year where the beginning of the season's happened. Everyone's been able to kind of see what players' play styles have been. And we've talked about it a lot. Noah likes to drive to the hoop, and I'm sure Coach Russell for St. Lawrence has probably told these guys, like, hey, take a charge when number 2 comes down the lane.
Yeah. All right, this will be the last shot by Stratton. Almost goes in. All right. When we come back, the Caravan trying to have a pretty big comeback in the fourth quarter. Score right now, 57-47. The Vikings have the upper hand. Folks, if you want to take out your phone or device again, you can head on over, scan it. It'll take you to the official student-produced news publication of Mount Carmel High School. Check out, we've got news pieces, sports pieces, opinions, and features. A whole bunch of stories about our community. Again, take out your phone, you can scan the QR code, or if you want, head on over to mccaravan.org. Check out a bunch of articles we've recently written. We've got, a swimming article coming up about a wrap-up of their season. They actually had their last match tonight out in Oak Forest, so we'll try to get that out for you as soon as we can. All right, back from the break, start of the fourth quarter. 10-point game, Mount Carmel trying to come back from it.
So folks, take notice. Number 30, Logan Wessel is in the lineup. No more Keith Jenkins out there. And hey, Matt, only 7 points from the Caravan that quarter. We got to get going in the fourth quarter here.
Got to get going is right. Peoples has it on the right wing. Grant Besso, some good defense there. Cam as well, who's guarding Peoples. That'll be a timeout called right away. Only 26 seconds into the quarter. All right, folks, back from the break. Like you said, Marty, no more Keith Jenkins, no more Claude. I'm sure one of those guys will come back in, but for right now, it'll be Logan Wessel. Bit of a smaller frame. Logan, maybe we're looking to get a couple threes up from him. That could be the potential reason for getting him in here. But I like it, right? Logan's going to work hard no matter what quarter, but especially in the fourth. Rice down low, trying to make a move. Throws it up, comes up short. Oh. Defensive foul against the Caravan, which only means that St. Lawrence, they'll have an excuse me, sorry.
Okay, I was going to say, because Cam's got 3 fouls. Hoping that wasn't his fourth.
So that's a foul on Peoples there, sorry.
That's his fourth, yeah.
All right, his fourth. So we probably won't see him for a little bit, but, Laurence, they've got some great guys coming off the bench here for a supporting cast, if you will, right? Mosley was on fire early on with the threes, but it's not just him. Thomas, mid-range, comes up short. That one, offensive rebound.
Oh, yep.
Grant kind of tries to throw it up with his back to the hoop, so he'll head to the line there.
It was one of those physical shots where Grant is kind of just hoping for a shooting foul. And again, I said it earlier, it's 85% for the free throw line. He's a reliable guy.
over and see Dylan Fulbright. He's got his sweater and khakis on, going out to Noah, I believe, trying to tell him something. Obviously, it's not ideal that he's on the bench, but Marty, you and I talked to him. He will be back soon, right? Not a season-ending injury, but it's nice to kind of have this camaraderie right now. It's nice to know that he'll be back as well. Right now, though, got to be focused on the task at hand. We're back to a 10-point game after that layup, 59-49.
Matt, that literally looked like just a three-man weave drill.
Yeah. Mister for three. Pulls up, shot no good. Rebound by the Caravan mid-ranger. Thomas sinks it. Both teams have scored at least 50 by now at this point. Score 59-51. When we come back from this timeout, the Caravan down by 8 points, trying to make something happen here, Marty. They've only got so much time, right? 6 minutes and, roughly just over 45 seconds. So got to be smart here. All right, Mart, we're back here on the court. Like I said right before the break, the Vikings are up 59-51. We've been in worse situations than this, so just take a deep breath, calm down, right? Hopefully these 5 guys we have out there will be the answer to getting this comeback going. We've also got Claude and Keith on the bench too. They've checked in, so we've only gone 7 deep though, so it'll be interesting to see if we can work with that. Mosley now, bringing it up for the Vikings.
So he's not looking to drive.
No, definitely not, but
Now
he
he
eventually does. Doesn't get the 2.
Oh, good tip.
That one tipped out of bounds by the black and yellow, so the brown and white will take over.
All right, let's get something going here. Doesn't have to be a three-pointer. Just get good ball movement. Let the paint open up.
We'll take a 2 for sure. We got time. We got time.
There we go.
Wessel, pull up, like it. Catch and shoot in the paint. 59-53. We're back to a 6-point game. Johnson now for St. Laurence. Getting the play call in. Seems like most of what they're doing is natural, though. That one tipped away by Grant Best. Here we go.
Dunk. Oh.
Layup. 59-55. 4-point game. 5.5 minutes left to go. Now we're getting back into a groove here, Mark. But St. Lawrence going to return with a pretty fast layup of their own. Mosley there with 2. 61-55. Mister on the right wing, back off on the other end. Best, pull up, 3. Shot's good. Knocks it down, 61-58. We are back to a 3-point game.
So, Matt, momentum's starting to shift here. But I'm still thinking about that. E.J. Mosley literally just drove down. I mean, he's a very quick guy, but someone's got to step up there. And you can't let it happen again.
That's Noah Mister's 4th foul. So 1 more, and we have to come out of here. Don't want to be too aggressive here, Mark. We've been saying it all game. Or excuse me, that was his 3rd. Sorry, that was his 3rd. All right. So he's still got some room to work with. All right, Stratton. Mosley now at the logo. Double teamed a bit. They're playing very aggressive. You're going to have to, Mark.
Oh, no.
Pull up.
Can't leave that guy open.
64-58. Thomas, cross-court pass to Mister. Mister going to drive to the hoop.
There
Gets
we
the
go.
2
There we
points.
go.
Nice job. Actually, sorry, that last foul was on Kyle Chevalier, which is his second one, so the foul was not against Noel Mister just a few moments ago. Peoples down low, he gets a quick 2. 66-60.
Sophomore on the sophomore there. Got a little referee talking to our student section. I guess something's going on.
All right.
Normally got one of the deans to help out with that, but
All right. Breaking the action, though. I mean, we got to get going here, Mart. We can't let things like that stop us. We were kind of on a roll there. We got it down to 3 points, but turnovers, fouls, it's stopping the clock, and stopping the clock means it's stopping our momentum.
yeah, Matt, Coach Seagrove subbed in. Keith Jenkins, Logan Wessel coming out.
Thomas for 2. Great job by Cam. 66-62. Hopefully that substitution will help us there, Mart. We go Mosley on the left side. Finds Johnson. Coach Russell very animated here. And I mean, who wouldn't be, right?
Yeah.
You're a head coach. You have a chance to kind of pull this big upset off.
So yeah, there's no rush for a turnover to force a turnover, but you can't. You don't want to get sloppy like that. It almost opened up there.
Stratton running around a bit. Picks up his dribble.
And take notice, Cam Thomas is standing right next to E.J. Mosley. He doesn't want any separation.
Which is smart. Down low, though, for 2. Shot no good. We're going back down the other way on the fast break. Mister. Put up the
There we
layup.
go.
Good. Gets the and 1. Look, Noah looking to his own guys. He's saying, hey, let's calm down here. Let's calm down here. Let's just take it play by play. I like that. A big reaction there. It's kind of telling of you might not be locked in a little bit. So Noah's not going to celebrate until this thing is over. And hopefully when it is over, we're on top. 66-64, 2-point game late in the 4th. Folks, if you're just joining us, the Caravan have been up by 8. St. Laurence has been up by 10. It's been a close game here and there. It's your average Catholic League basketball game, Marty. It's been that way the entire game tonight. 1-point game. Caravan have not led for quite a while. A stop and then a score after would mean a lot to them right now. Peoples down low makes a move. Then to Rice.
All ball there. There we go.
Okay. I like it. I was waiting for maybe something there, but
Yeah.
okay, yeah. It's staying down here, the Vikings with the ball.
Hey, you got to remember that referee's got the best view of that block right there, as much as it looked like it could have been a foul. And Grant's a smart player.
Yes.
He knows what he's doing.
Yes. Mosley on the right wing. Stratton for 3. Shot no good. Got to get the rebound. Mosley, pass down low to Peoples. Easy 2 points.
That's a great pass from E.J. Mosley, but you got to get the rebound. They can't let that happen.
This possession means a lot right here. Mister for 3 to tie the game. Doesn't get it. Rebound. Picked up by Mosley. That's going to be a foul,
Yeah, that's a foul.
against Grant Best. I don't think he's in much foul trouble. This is only his 3rd, so one more to spare, honestly, with 2.5 minutes left. So Grant's got 3, Noah's got 3. You got to keep an eye on that, Mart. You got to keep an eye on that. Thomas up on the press, guarding Mosley. Rice on the right side, drives in, throws up a crazy shot. Here we go, fast break for the Caravan. That ball tipped out, so we'll keep it.
Good play there by E.J. Mosley. I mean, you still got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left, and it's only a 3-point game. The momentum's starting to shift towards our side. Again, doesn't need to be a shot right here off the inbound. Just get possession.
Mister does not get it into Thomas. That one picked up by Johnson, who finds Stratton. Now back to Johnson down the lane. Layup is good, gets the and one. (70-65). It's a 5-point game with a chance here to make it 6.
Yeah, we had a little bit of momentum coming back, but the St. Laurence team is way more physical than we expected.
Free throw is good after. So 71-65 will be the score. Mister gets it in past the half-court line, and Coach Seagroves calls a timeout right away. There's a minute and 53 seconds remaining in the game. Caravan are down by 6, trying to make something special happen here. All right, back here from the timeout. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Caravan with 4 fouls, Vikings with 3.
Saw this play earlier, yeah.
Yeah,
Grant took a mid-range shot and missed it.
okay. Keith kind of tripped up there at the end. I saw the vision, though. Saw the vision.
It felt like that type of game, a lot of missed rebounds, a lot of turnovers, a lot of bad shots.
Yeah. Here we go, full court press, trying to trap them on the side. They got to move here, yeah, big pass. Keep it in bounds, Johnson. Okay, timeout called by St. Laurence. So now they have 1 left. We'll take you up here. Marty, it's a 6-point game. You know, we're short on time. We're not only playing against the Vikings, we're playing against that clock.
Yeah.
You know, from what you've seen so far this season, what works best in really, really tight situations like this? You know, 2-minute drill, if you will. What works best for us?
Just spreading everyone out, getting the ball to our shooters. I
Yeah.
mean, we've seen Cam. He's been able to just get shots throughout the game, even during tough games. But I mean, he's our shooter. You know, he's got a little bit of clutch.
Yeah.
Grant's got some clutch to him, but just move the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, St. Lawrence is going to put some pressure. Let's just get going.
Yeah. You know, I'd say if we want to make this comeback a reality right now, what you said, Mark, Cam is he's our big clutch guy. He's our most explosive shooter. Grant Best, our most reliable one. You look at percentages and all that. He's consistently making just routine shots. If we can get him in a spot to make, you know, to have the opportunity to shoot a routine shot, I know he's going to make it, right? And times like this where it's late in the 4th, these guys are coached very well to just, you know, let's take a deep breath. I mean, you saw with Noah back there when he had that layup, got the and one. He didn't go screaming to the student section. He said, let's calm down. Yeah. Let's take it play by play. You got to respect that in a close game like this. We'll take it back down to the court. These guys are coming back from that timeout. Just want to remind you, you know, we're short on timeouts. We're short on time. We're short on fouls to give. We're short on a whole lot of things here. but I wouldn't expect anything else in a CCL basketball game like this.
So yeah, now's the time, Matt, to force some turnovers. St. Lawrence is in that true clock mode I like to talk about. Oh, no.
Down low, Rice.
Yeah, that's a foul.
All right. So that'll be Grant's 4th, I believe. And the Caravan's 5th team. So Jacob Rice will be heading to the line. He's got some free throws to shoot. The Vikings only have 3, so 2 more, and the Caravan will be heading to the line no matter what. But honestly, you know, minute 15 left. Fouls are going to be a big key part of this game. The outcome here. I think Vikings, you might want to just kind of, you know, it's tough to say, Marty, right? You're up by 6 points, potentially. It could be 7 right here. So your level of aggressiveness matters right now. If you overreach and give the Caravan the ball, then they're going to come right back and make a shot like they can right here. So 2 missed free throws means the Caravan are still within reach of a 2-possession game right here. Noah Mister going to give it back out. Logan Wessel for 3. Shot no good. Comes up a little bit short. Hits the front of the rim. Thomas, the put back. That one no good either. There's a lid on the rim, but the ball will stay here.
Great job by Cam. I mean, really keeping us alive, giving us another chance. And who knows? St. Lawrence gets that rebound. Maybe, you know, maybe it's over, but.
Mister for 3. Shot no good. Hits the back of the rim.
There we go.
And we will stay here. It's 2 times in a row. We're kind of getting saved here by the ball being tipped out of bounds by a St. Lawrence player. There's 51 seconds left, so whatever shot we take next, Marty, no matter what it is, we got to make it. Best throws up something. It doesn't go.
Still here.
Staying here. 45 seconds left. It's just opportunity after opportunity. Got to take advantage of it.
It's probably going to be, lob it up.
And then just go right back down. Grant, that shot no good.
Here
we go, Thomas for 3.
Yep. No.
Doesn't go. Foul, him back down. Marty, that was a whole bunch of shots.
Now we're going to enter the free throw phase, late game free throw phase of the game. Still got a chance though.
It's Noah's 4th, so we want to keep him in here. Right, there's 35 seconds left, so Noah can't foul anybody. Right, got to be smart on defense here. We might need him for a big shot back on offense.
I feel like we haven't seen that this year, Matt. Both Noah and Cam, either of them getting into foul trouble. They're physical. Grant's a physical guy, but
Mister down low, doesn't even get a shot off, kind of slips there down low. The Vikings will come back down the other way. Johnson down low, doesn't get the 2. Caravan have got to go quick here, under 20.
Need a 3.
It's an 8-point game. And that miss will kind of secure this one up here. There's 12 seconds left. Caravan are down by 8.
Yeah, a lot of the shots are just. I mean, we've had a lot of bad shots. We've also had a lot of good shots.
Thomas for 3. Shot no good. And they'll dribble this one out.
That's a tough loss.
All right, we will take it back up here. Final score, St. Lawrence Vikings 75, Mount Carmel Caravan 65. Marty, you know, I'll bring up something that you and I both know very well. We lost to DePaul by 3 points.
Yeah.
And right after, you and I, we kind of had this weird positive attitude even though we lost. Now, that positivity has kind of gone away a little bit. Now, I am a little worried. What's going to come next week, right? What's going to come on Friday when we play St. Rita? Because that honestly feels like every game we're going into, I mean, we are fighting extremely hard to get this win, you know? And you don't really want to be at that point in January. I think in January you kind of want to be comfortable. You want to be comfortable. You want to come in. You want to have the lead pretty much the entire game, which I'd say we really didn't even have it for half of the game there. I don't know. Moving forward though, it is a little worrisome that we lost to Loyola by 10 last Friday, and now on this Tuesday night we lose to St. Lawrence by 10 as well. So those are two pretty not so great losses back to back. I don't know, Marty. What can we take away from what's happened in the past week here with the Caravan?
I think it's just going to be a lot of film studying. Coach Seagrove's, he knows. We made it to the state championship last year. Let's not forget that. We can trust Coach Seagrove.
Right.
He knows how to fix stuff. Faced a lot of losses last year. Still managed to make the wave. I mean, it's not like the sky's falling.
No.
Right?
No.
But we got a new player. We got a really. He's a new player. I mean, he's been with the team, but he hasn't seen any playing time. And Claude and Puma, maybe see what went wrong, what we could try against St. Rita, see if we can get anything else going, and see if there's. There's been some patterns of. I don't want to say the guys, but there's guys in the team that are making common mistakes, and it's just happening over and over and over again. Maybe there's going to be a breaking point soon where it's just let's flip over the table and let's do something else.
Right. So. I hate to say it, but we're going to have to kind of see something drastic happen here in the course of the next month or so if we want to head into the playoffs with, a very just upbeat attitude, And, you look ahead, right? It's hard to live in the moment, so that's why we keep looking ahead to these big games. St. Rita on Friday, that's going to be a test. I don't care about records. I don't care about stats. That's another test.
Yeah.
That's another conference game we have to play. This one, we're back. This is an away game. We'll be heading out to Mustang territory. It's fair game. It's anybody's game at this point,
Remember last year it was supposed to be our senior night.
Yeah.
We got Anthony Hayes and Derek Edwards, the guys that don't really play much, but Rita made it a close game. So
they did, yeah.
Probably expect the battle to start off.
Yeah.
We'll see how the second half unfolds. So.
All right. Our next broadcast will be in February 6th. We'll be playing Urbana. They'll be traveling up here. So a bit of a drive for them. Hopefully that we can use that to our advantage, get a home win. Haven't had one in a little bit here, Marty.
Yeah.
Haven't had one in a little bit, so we got to get back on track. St. Lawrence just going to keep rolling on. That's their 18th win of the season. The Caravan, that's their 5th loss of the season. So both CCL teams you just watched here tonight are now, same records, 18-5, 18-5. Some pretty ugly losses, not going to lie, for both teams. So we'll just keep rolling on. Folks, we hope you enjoyed this broadcast of tonight's game between the Caravan and the Vikings. It's been Marty Mann and Matt Malloy. Good night, Chicago.
Go Caravan.